Hello? Who? Psychic what? Never heard of them. Psychic twiddle. Oh, psychic twins. No, I never heard of them. Are they British? Oh, right. Yeah, I will. I'll have a look. I'll do some research. I'll look and find out all the information I can find. Are they on YouTube? Who? They had the Don on there. Wow. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Ta-ra! Guys, you are going to be so proud of me. I did research. I've been researching about these psychic twins. Now, their names are Jameson. There's Linda and there's Terry Jameson. They're 54-year-old twins, identical twins that used to be painters, a bit like me, and performers or something. I've forgotten already. And they changed their career. According to Wikipedia, they changed their career to become psychics. Now, that's an interesting fact. How do you suddenly decide, oh, I know, I'm going to be a psychic? I think if you're going to be a psychic on YouTube, what you need is some nice calming music in the background. Something a little less busy than my abode. Something sort of bright, pink, maybe. And be softly spoken. Although, having said that, I don't think they're that softly spoken, to be honest. They've got really irritating voices, sort of shrill, whiny voices. No, not for me, guys. They make all these predictions and quite often wrong. That's no surprise to me because we have a psychic over in United Kingdom by the name of Sally Morgan. She went on Big Brother last year and was laughed out of the house because there was a task they had to do where she had to predict something and she got it all wrong. Well, that's no surprise really, is it? I just don't believe. If you want to believe, guys, you believe. But this girl, no, don't believe it. And I tell you why I don't believe it. It's because it's always so vague. It's like they'll say something, like, and I've had friends that have gone to live shows and they'll say things to the audience like, right, now, who has somebody in their family with the initial J? Well, you can guarantee in a hall of like 500 people, there's bound to be somebody who's got the initial J. It's like, really? You're getting paid for this? I've chosen the wrong thing to do. Anyway, I digress. One of the things I know also is that they had a visit from Don the Monn. Don the Monn now. Was Don Monn, it's now Don the Monn. Well, what a delightful viewing I've had. I had people stepping into my office earlier advising me of said videos with the Don. And I thought, do you know what? I need to do what my audience want me to do. And if they're saying to me, Jan, have a look at these psychics with our Pete, then that's what I'm going to do, guys. So, if there's anyone that you want me to check out, give the old once over with like the old peepers, step into my office. Not loudly, because sometimes I'm as deaf as a post. Anyway, so let's get on to this video with the psychic twins and Don Monn. It's really thirsty work doing this investigating stuff. But I sat through the vast majority of these 2 videos. One was on his channel, the other was on their channel. So I watched their channel first. What with the 3 voices together, it was like, I was on that, I was like on edge. And if anyone spoke to me, I was like, what? I was a nervous wreck. The phone rang at one point. Jump through the roof, guys. Jump through the roof. One of the women, one of the twins, sat there writing things down, very professional looking, and then circling. She had this mad thing of like circling madly around things that she'd written. She then predicted all the... Well, were they predictions? She was talking about his past. Now, anyone that has watched the Monn, watched his videos, will know a great deal about him. Will know that he has been 24 years off the booze. No booze for him. Nah, no more of that. That is only Coke, by the way. Just in case. My friend on Twitter thinks I've got a drink problem. I haven't. But anyway, if she wants to think that, she can think that. I don't give an iota. Anyway, I'm going off tangent. What's his name? Anyone that watches Don Monn's videos knows most of his life anyway. It's not hard, is it? You just sit on one of his bloody long 3-hour vlogs while he drives around his neighbourhood and you find out everything about him, and then watch the next night's one and he'll just repeat it all so you can never forget. So anyway, so they were coming out with things. There was one thing they came out with, well, and what they were saying was, instead of saying, you know, you had somebody in your life with the name of Michael, they said, we saw a Michael. Where did they see Michael? What, was he wandering up Don Monn's High Street? Where did they see him? That's what I want to know. Anyway, they said, we see a Michael. Have you had a Michael in your past? Well, who hasn't had a Michael in their past? Michael's got to be one of the most common names ever. My ex's name was Uncle. I'm tired, guys. It's been a long day. My ex's name was Michael and my son's middle name is Michael. So if they were to say that to me, I'd be like, oh yeah, I've got Michael. And then when he said that, of course he knew somebody called Michael. Yeah, well, it's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. Yeah. Well, I see a suicide around this Michael. Well, yeah, oh yeah. Oh, well, Michael is around you. I can sense Michael around you. Now we have to put on the slow music for this, hang on. I can sense a Michael around you. Can you? Yes, and he's around you because he's looking out for you, Peter. He's looking out for you. Really? Peter's got Michael wandering around him every day, driving him nuts. The other thing, Peter says, have you seen my mother around? See, my American accent is rubbish. I'll have to say it in English, sorry guys. Have you seen my mother around? Oh yes, we've seen your mother. Your mother has been around the house all morning. Well, what's she been doing then? Sweeping up? Hoovering? What you been doing? Feeding the cat? Yes, your mother is here. And she's very proud of you. Because you've done so well for yourself, Peter. And you're such a caring person. And you try and help others without helping yourself. What? She's having a laugh. At one point, the visions in pink, who are sat on the sofa next to our Don Monn, advised him to get rid of one of his channels. He said, do you know it? After like pulling a face that looked like he'd been sucking lemons for the best part of a week, he said, well, Yeah, well, you know, I have sort of been thinking about that. I thought, you liar. Anyway, then he said, well, what I was actually thinking was, instead of getting rid of one completely, what I thought I might do is merge them two together. Well, yes, that's quite a good idea. The only thing is, all your channels are so different. Different? How are you going to merge them together? Well, I don't really know, says Don Monn. I don't really know. Well, we really think that that would be a good step in the right direction. See, they don't like the numerous channels either. That's their prediction, Don Monn. Get rid of 1 or 2 or 5. There's another bit where they said to him, we can see somebody running. We can see someone running and running around you. Who could that be? Could it be your mother? Not really, no. My mum didn't really run. She did like singing and dancing. Then one of the women said, oh, well, that could be it then. Maybe we can see her singing and dancing. Maybe she's not running after all. The praise they bestowed on Peter was ridiculous. How many times they said he had this wonderful gift, this wonderful psychic gift that they had. What are they talking about? When they were talking about his mother, at one point he said, well, yeah, my mum has quite often I felt her around me in my home. I felt her presence. That's probably because he lives in her house. At 46, he still lives in his mother's house. Why hasn't he moved on? Get your own place. He said one day, this really shook me. I was shook. I had some music on and all of a sudden it stopped. And I've never told anyone, not even Alex. Oh yeah, no, I might have told Alex. So what do you think, guys? Do you believe in psychics? It's very odd. If you're psychic, you're meant to predict, aren't you, things in the future? How does that work that you can see dead people as well? I don't understand that. How does that work? Anyway, he seems to believe it. He also seems to believe that, yes, he has got a gift. So I'm thinking we may have a Psychic Pete channel coming out very soon. Mark my words. Are you going to watch it? Don't any of you tell me to watch it. Bad enough trying to watch all the other ones. Do you know what? I did laugh when they asked about his review channel. Firstly, they were saying, oh, we're great big... Oh, no, they didn't speak like that. Oh, we're great big fans of you, Peter. We've watched all your videos and blah, 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 and we are talking a lot of shit. When he was going through his channels, he said, well, I've got this one, I've got that one, and I've got Peterisms. And they went, Peterisms? Well, they obviously hadn't heard of that one. And then he said, and I do reviews. So they said, oh, what do you review, Peter? And he said, well, I review food mainly. Food mainly, because that's what I like. But I am going to be doing more things. You're so full of shit. Get rid of the food bloody review. No one's watching it. Apart from your wolf pack. They don't watch anything. They'd watch you blooming diving into mud and think that was entertaining. There's nothing entertaining in that. Anyway. Thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves out there. I've got no world. And please like, share and subscribe to Jan's Reviews. And I will see you very soon. Bye bye for now.